Have you ever felt like you're shining brightly on the outside, but something's off on the inside? Or maybe you're deeply in tune with your inner world, but struggle to express yourself outwardly. What if these experiences are directly related to the wisdom of the solar and lunar energies flowing through your chakras and all levels of your body and being? You're listening to or watching the Sedona Soul Sisters show, where we share psychic guidance and healing for embodied spiritual awakening. I'm Christelle Arcucci, and I'm on a mission to support spiritual practitioners to access your intuition, unlock your psychic gifts, and live your purpose. A big thanks to our listeners all over the world, and a special shout out and a boost of love to our listeners in Bishop Stortford, England. You can schedule sessions in West Sedona or virtual psychic readings, angel readings, starseed readings, Akashic recodes, soul contract work, Reiki, life coaching, and more at SedonaSoulSisters.com. Each breath you take aligned with love repairs the healing web on planet Earth. I'm very excited. This is the 9th week of the Ecstatic Empath series in collaboration with the Desire Sessions podcast. If you'd like to receive all of the resources for the entire free series, visit ecstaticempath.com and enter your name and email. Take a deeper breath and bring your awareness into your mind, body, and heart. Feel the energy flowing through your front body, radiating outward, and then shift your focus to the back of your body, sensing the receptive, nurturing energy there. May this journey of exploration support you to open yourself to deeper wisdom for both your solar and lunar energies, allowing them to guide you towards greater balance and intuitive insight. Today we're exploring the fascinating world of solar and lunar energies and their connection to your body's energy centers, the chakras. Understanding the interplay between the front and back aspects of your energetic and physical body can unlock profound insights into your physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual well-being. By learning to balance these complementary forces, we can engage our personal power, deepen our intuition, create more harmonious relationships with ourselves and others. We'll explore practical techniques to awaken and align these energies, empowering you to live a more balanced, intuitive, and fulfilling life. We're working with the front of the body being an expression of solar energy, active, outward, forward moving. The front of our body, related to the solar element, is associated with active energy and conscious expression. It helps us project our intentions and connect with external energies. This is important for practices like energy reading and psychic protection. The back of the body, connected with the lunar element, linked to receptivity, the subconscious, and is the key to developing intuition and receiving subtle energies and information. Balancing these energies is essential because psychic development and intuition both require the ability to offer, express solar, and receive lunar. An overactive solar aspect might lead to projecting one's own thoughts onto others, while an imbalanced lunar aspect could result in difficulty distinguishing between intuitive insights and imagination. By harmonizing these energies, we can achieve a clear channel for psychic information, allowing for more accurate intuitive perceptions and psychic experiences. Working with the front and the back of the body, and specifically the front and back of each chakra, supports us in being grounded and center before, during, and after psychic work. It enhances our energy sensitivity and awareness with clear guidance. It improves our ability to tune in to specific energies and information. We develop a stronger sense of energetic boundaries, and it facilitates a smoother transition between active and receptive psychic states. Excess solar energy or front body dominance, the emotional and mental challenges, overactive ego and self-importance, difficulty in listening to others or receiving feedback, burnout from constant action without reflection. Physical manifestations, tension and pain in the front of the body, digestive issues related to overactivity of the solar plexus, spiritual and intuitive blockages, neglect of inner wisdom and intuition, difficulty in meditation and stillness practices. Excess lunar energy, back body dominance, the emotional and mental challenges, oversensitivity and emotional overwhelm, difficulty in self-expressing and assertiveness, tendency towards isolation and social withdrawal. Physical manifestations, low energy levels, weakness and pain in the back of the body, spiritual and intuitive blockages, psychic overload from inability to filter incoming energies, challenges in grounding and manifesting intentions, general imbalance issues, problems in the balance of giving and receiving, codependency or overly independent behaviors, difficulty in aligning passions with practical action, inconsistency in following through on goals and dreams, immune system imbalances, sleep disturbances, and circadian rhythm issues. In general, in the world, there is a collective overemphasis on solar qualities in modern society and undervaluing of lunar qualities, which leads to environmental disconnection and its impact on personal energy imbalances, overconsumerism, and environmental disconnection. The solar energy front body is associated with active and outward expression, representing our conscious mind and how we present ourselves in the world. It's connected to our personal power, confidence, and assertiveness. And it's very easy to look at the way that we relate to the world. Our eyes, our mouth, our nose are on the front of the body. The arms and hands work most dominantly in the front plane of the body. When we walk and move, we are moving forward. The lunar energy in the back body is associated with receptivity, introspection, and the subconscious, represents our inner world, intuition, emotional processing, and connection to something greater than ourselves. It connects to nurturing, empathy, and spiritual insight. When the solar and lunar energies are balanced, we feel centered and grounded, with the ability to both assert oneself and listen to others, to give and to receive. It blends harmoniously the logical mind and the intuition in decision-making and in operating in the world. And you have consistent activity and rest cycles throughout your life in general. Imbalanced, feeling scattered or disconnected, difficulty in self-expressing or in understanding others, over-reliance in either logic or intuition, fluctuating energy levels, or persistent fatigue. Practices to refine and fine-tune these energies. Standing in the sunlight, focusing on your solar plexus, the inner sun, inhaling golden light and exhaling any tension. Moonlight meditation and paying attention to the lunar cycles. An interesting journaling or drawing practice you can work with is writing with your dominant hand for solar energy expression, writing with your non-dominant hand for lunar intuitive insights. Many people have heard of and worked with the chakras as energy centers, yet it's much less common to actively work with both the front and the back of the chakras, the solar on the front, the lunar on the back. So the core 6 chakras in the body, the 7th chakra, the crown chakra, opens upwards and downwards and not forwards and backwards in the same way that the other 6 below do. The third eye, the throat, the heart, the solar plexus, the sacral, and the root. The first 6 chakras open front, back, above, and below. So once you have a consistent practice of working with the core 7 chakras, you can go into refinement practices of working with the solar and the lunar aspects to bring yourself into greater balance and power. In looking at the 4 different bodies, the physical, mental, emotional, and energetic, bodies. Keep in mind that each one of those bodies is an access point to bring the entire system into greater balance. For example, working with the energetic chakras can support physical healing, or working with your physical posture will support the shift in the mental, emotional, and energetic bodies. So keeping in mind all four bodies are access points. And when we work with all four levels is the way to achieve the greatest possible expression of soul-aligned power. So while we are predominantly talking about the energy body today, it is so important to look at your posture. And shifting your posture, shifting your physical body will have an immediate impact on your energetic, emotional, and mental bodies. And in the modern world, so many people have the head forward, the shoulders rounded, the tailbone tucked under in like a C shape in the body, which is more or less extreme. Yet in simply aligning the crown of the head over the center of the heart, over the center of the hips, helps to open the entire energetic body and to build physical strength to hold the energetic system in greater integrity and coherence. The front of the body is associated with the solar energy, how we express ourselves in the world, our conscious mind, and our active energy. The back of the body is associated with our lunar energy, how we receive from the world, how we are supported, our subconscious mind, and our receptive energy. And here's a simple yet powerful example of all four bodies working together to create a shift. I love handmade ceramics. I was in a checkout line at the market, and while the person was checking out my order, I noticed a big display of handmade ceramics at the end of the aisle. And I immediately felt this desire to go over and look at them, to touch them, and to choose one or many to bring home with me. In that moment, I became aware of the mental process and the desire. I also noticed I was literally leaning forward towards the display. I chose to take a breath, to shift my physical body back into center, into what I call the flow of gravity, not leaning backwards away from it, but just moving out of leaning forward, the lean forward of wanting something. I took a breath and aligned the crown of my head over the center of my heart, over the center of my hips. And immediately, I no longer felt the desire to go and get one. And while this example, me buying a mug or a bowl or a plate, seems inconsequential, but it was a really physical and visceral example of the mental awareness and how the physical shift completely changed my state. And this all happened in a short amount of time. That desire isn't a bad thing. Me wanting a new piece of ceramic art isn't inherently bad. Yet when it comes from a place of disconnection and not from a place of deep alignment and integrity with all levels of my system, it can lead to overconsumption and disconnection and always needing something new to fill the void. Let's look at the specific imbalances for each chakra. So we have gone through the 7 core chakras. Now let's specifically look at the imbalances of each chakra, of the front and the back of the body, to support you in creating a powerful shift to live a more soul-aligned life. The root chakra, the Muladhara, the imbalance of the front body, difficulty manifesting desires, feeling unsafe in the physical world. The back body imbalance of the root, trouble receiving support, feeling disconnected from family or community, feeling like you don't belong on planet Earth. The sacral chakra, Svadhisthana, imbalance in the front of the body, inability to express emotions or creativity, sexual dysfunction. Back body imbalance, difficulty receiving pleasure, blocked intuition about relationships. The solar plexus chakra, Manipura, front body imbalance, lack of self-confidence, inability to assert oneself. Back body imbalance, overly sensitive to criticism, difficulty processing complex emotions. The heart chakra, Anahata, front body imbalance, trouble expressing love and compassion, fear of rejection. Back body imbalance, difficulty receiving love, difficulty trusting, feeling unworthy of affection and attention. Throat chakra, Vishuddha, front body imbalance, inability to speak one's truth, fear of public speaking. Back body imbalance, not listening to others or one's inner voice, ignoring intuitive messages. Third eye chakra, Ajna, front body imbalance, lack of clarity in thoughts and vision, poor concentration. Back body imbalance, ignoring intuition, difficulty receiving spiritual insights. Crown chakra, Sahasrara, front body imbalance, feeling spiritually disconnected, lack of inspiration. Back body imbalance, difficulty receiving divine guidance, feeling separate from universal wisdom. Physical sensations can be helpful to explore mental, emotional, and energetic imbalances, tension and pain in a specific area, or discomfort in either the front and the back of the body near the chakra locations. Emotional indicators, different emotional responses when focusing on the front versus the back of the chakra. Energetic perception, for those sensitive to energy, feeling blockages or excess flow in either the front or the back of the chakra. Techniques to balance the front and the back of the body. Visualize energy moving freely through both front and back of each chakra. Here's a simple breathing practice that you can do for all of the chakras. If you are familiar with the yogic breathing practice called Nadi Shodhana, it's similar in some ways to that. I'm going to briefly describe it, and we'll go into a guided practice in the Desire Sessions podcast, which is the journey component of this episode, which is episode number 62 of the Desire Sessions podcast. I'm going to lead this practice for the solar plexus chakra, yet you can do this with all of the chakras, especially any chakras where you feel an imbalance front body to back body. Working with the solar plexus chakra, rest your hands comfortably and sit with the front and back of the solar plexus as open and balanced as possible, front body to back body. As you inhale, imagine the front of the solar plexus opening and the breath moving in from the front of the body into the core of the body. As you exhale, imagine the exhale is moving out the back of the chakra into the back plane. Then as you inhale, imagine the back of the solar plexus chakra opening and the breath moving into the core of the body as you inhale. As you exhale, imagine or feel the opening of the front of the solar plexus and the breath moving out. So you are inhaling, opening the front, receiving the breath into the core. With the exhale, you're opening the back, the breath moving out the back. Then the inhale is opening the back, moving into the core. The exhale is opening the front of the body, feeling the energy moving out. So the inhale and exhale are opening both the front and back of each chakra. So we're alternating between receiving the inhale on the front, releasing the exhale on the back, then receiving the inhale on the back and releasing the exhale on the front. This is a powerful practice you can do in all of the chakras, and even experiment with doing it with the seventh chakra and see what you notice. While there isn't a front and back of the crown chakra like there are of the other six, I encourage you to try it and see what you discover. Yoga is a powerful practice to play with the dynamic balance of activity and rest, of giving and receiving. Your yoga practice is a powerful way that you can be actively engaged and at the same time opening, stretching, expanding, relaxing. So work with that in your yoga practice, or if you have a dance practice or any kind of workout practice, is playing with those two dynamic energies to see what you discover, to see what comes easier for you and how you can come into greater balance. Working with the seed sounds of each chakra, you can do this also focusing on creating the sound, moving the sound in and out of each center through the front and the back of the body, like we just did with the breath. Crystals are a beautiful way to work with balancing the solar and lunar energies in the body as well. Receiving body work and energy work that addresses both the front and the back of the body. The balance is the key, looking to have energy flowing smoothly through the front and back aspect of each chakra allows for both expression and receptivity in all of the areas of life. And now transitioning into the self-inquiry questions. In what areas of your life do you find yourself consistently pushing forward, and where do you tend to hold back? How might this reflect an imbalance in your solar and lunar energies? Reflect on a recent challenging situation in your life. How did you navigate it using both active solar and receptive lunar qualities? What would you do differently if you could approach it again with greater balance? Consider your relationship with others. How does your expression of solar and lunar energies affect these connections? In what ways could cultivating more balance enhance your interactions? Think about your spiritual or personal growth journey. How have you integrated both doing and being aspects in your practices? What areas feel neglected, and how might you address them? Thank you for being a part of our community. I'm honored to support your embodied spiritual awakening. Are you ready for a personalized Rites of Passage in Sedona with me? The Rites of Passage is an extraordinary 2-day private retreat in Sedona designed to support your embodied spiritual awakening. The pressure of the current global challenges are calling spiritual practitioners to embrace purpose, power, and pleasure on a profound level. If you're passionate about awakening the divine within and ready to embody your legacy, step into leadership, and live your purpose, this in-person immersion is for you. Schedule your life-changing private immersion in Sedona or book a clarity call at sedonasoulsisters.com/purpose. Leave a review and follow on your favorite podcast app. Until next time, breathe gently, listen to your guidance, and create miracles.